You know you have to do a trick. Go tunnel. Go tunnel. That was good. Okay. I'll give you a little. Let's do it again. Let's. Come back here. Go tunnel. Very good. Okay. Now, can you smile? You know you can smile. Give a big smile. Big smile. Good boy. Okay. Go tunnel. That's all you get. I need to turn my phone off, or it will distract us. All of us, especially me. Good morning, Judy. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. You are so special. So I'm going to start today with one of my favorite fun songs to play, and then I'll tell you the story behind it. This is called Be Kind. Something that we all should do. Good morning, Carol. So good to see you. Something our moms told us to do many years ago. If you're going down a path, passing someone you don't know, doesn't matter if you're running or if you're going slow. He might ask for a nickel, he might ask for a dime. Be kind. Give a nod of recognition, give a nod to show some grace, give a nod and look the stranger right in the face. Don't pretend you didn't hear him, don't pretend to be blind. Be kind. He could be a wounded soldier with a heart filled with pain. He could be a thieving sinner, he could be a holy saint. You could see him as a beggar, starving to eat, or as your neighbor who is struggling to get back on his feet. Be kind. Oh, be kind. Oh, be kind. Be kind. He could be a wealthy hermit hiding riches and gold, who is out on the streets searching for his soul. You could be facing demons who've been with him since his birth. You could be the last person that he sees here on this earth. So be kind. Oh, be kind. Oh, be kind. Be kind. So, Bill and Moss and I were walking out at Dick's Park. This was during the pandemic, so it's been probably about 5 years ago. And there was a homeless man walking towards us, and we said good morning to him several times before he finally acknowledged us. And a few minutes later, there was a lot of helicopters and sirens going on, and I figured that maybe it might have something to do with the man that we had seen earlier that morning. And when we got to the car to try to exit the park, we saw all the ambulances and the police car and a body bag. When I went to Love Winds, which is a day shelter for homeless people, I was doing some volunteer work there, and when I got there, they said that they had lost one of their own, and saw a picture of the man who frequented Love Winds, and it was the same man that Bill and I had seen earlier that morning, and it just made us very, very grateful that we acknowledged him. A lot of people don't know what to do or what to say when they see a person who is living with homelessness, and we were just really, really happy that we had said good morning to him, because we might have been the last people that he ever saw. So not everybody is nice, and that's sort of what this song is all about. Although I wrote this about the January insurrection back some years ago, I think we're still seeing an insurrection going on in our government, and that's why I'm singing this. It's called May I Never Live Through This Again. Let me start again. Something weird's going. Here we go. I will never understand how the gun got in his hand. All his neighbors said he was so shy and quiet. He's not the only troubled man. There are many more like him. Lately we've seen thousands of others. Don't want to see this again. Want our country to mend. May there never be an echo of this moment. There is trouble in our land. I want our country to mend. May I never live through this again. We are divided on our soil. Tempers flare, tensions boil. We've lost too many sons and daughters. I've lit candles, I've said prayers. I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like nobody's listening. Don't want to see this again. Want our country to mend. May there never be an echo of this moment. There is trouble in our land. I want the country to mend. May I never live through this again. What is the cause of all the strife? Who is wrong? Who is right? Can't we listen to each other's sides? If conversations begin, can we take it on the chin? Will we learn to hear each other's side? We need good laws, we need new bills, we need leaders on the hill to make this the last insurrection. We can't just change things with hope. We must get out and vote. Let them know we won't stand for this again. Don't want to see this again. I want our country to mend. May I never be an echo of that moment. There is trouble in this land. Want our country to mend. May I never live through this again. Let us rise up through the dark. Make a statement, leave a mark, so we never have to live through this again. I haven't played that in a while, but I probably, unfortunately, will be playing it a lot more often. Wanted to show you something cute. Isn't this the cutest little mug you've seen? My niece gave it to me. It's got a guitar on it and all these music notes. And I love it for tea. So those of you who might be listening might remember this song that I taught. Still do teach because it's a beautiful song. It was written in before 1980, but it was recorded by Steve Young, the man who wrote it in 1980. And then the Eagles heard it in 1981 and turned it into a great big huge bluegrass hit, 5-part harmony, and it was about the only thing you would hear on the radio for 3 weeks. They just played it to death. Finally, people would call DJs and ask them not to play it anymore just because they were so sick of it. And all of my students wanted to learn Seven Bridges Road. And I knew that they played it at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I was always in the car picking my son up from school. So I figured, well, the only way back then to learn any song was to listen to it and write down the words and listen to it and figure out the chords. You have to hit the rewind button. So I took a little tape recorder with me in the car when I went to pick Will up. And one day, and it was raining, and he was getting in the car, and the windshield wipers were on, and he was cursing a teacher for giving a pop quiz or something. But the song did come on the radio, and I was able to record it even with all that noise going on. And so I listened to it, and I figured out the words and the chords and started teaching it to all my students who wanted to learn it. And one evening I was coming home from teaching, and I heard the radio blaring up in Will's bedroom, and I said, "What in the world is going on?" He said, "I'm taping Seven Bridges Road for you." And I said, "But, don't you remember we got that day that I picked you up and it was raining?" And he said, "But this one's different. Come listen to it." And so I did, and it was slowed down, and it was beautiful, and the harmony was just exquisite. And later, I learned that Steve Young, who wrote the song, recorded it in a very, very slow moving waltz rhythm, which was so different from how the Eagles recorded it. So I'm going to play the Steve Young kind of Seven Bridges Road. There are stars in the southern sky, southward as you go. There is moonlight and moss in the trees, down the Seven Bridges Road. Now I've loved you like a baby, like some lonesome child. I have loved you in a tame way, and I have loved you wild. Sometimes there's a part of me, it has to turn from here and go, running like a child from these warm stars down the Seven Bridges Road. There are stars in the southern sky, and if ever you decide you should go, there is a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the Seven Bridges Road. Isn't that beautiful? So very different from the Eagles' big hit. So I love this version. And Seven Bridges Road actually is a place in Montgomery, Alabama. There is a road there that is known as the Seven Bridges Road. There's another one also in Duluth where there is it's in a park, a city park, and the road crosses over stream 7 times with little bridges, and so they call that Seven Bridges Road also. But this is a guitar I don't think I've ever played for you before. It is a 1932 Martin 117. It's all mahogany, and I have it strung with what they call Nashville tuning. Nashville tuning is like the high, they call it also high strung because it is the high pitched string of a 12 string. So they're an octave higher than the normal strings. So it's tuned the same as a standard tuned guitar, but the 3rd through the 6th strings are an octave higher. So that's the difference. Isn't that beautiful? So this would be a G chord. It sounds nice. Very different, right? So this also is a song I've never played for you, and it's probably because it's such a very, very sad song. It's called All the Tears in the World, and what prompted this song back in December of 2013 was our boy dog Trey, way back then, collapsed when I was bringing him in from a walk that morning. It was Christmas Eve. And so he just rested there in the driveway for a little while, and then he was able to get up and come into the house. And he perked up a little bit during the day, and I thought, as the day went on, this is Christmas Eve and everything's going to be closed tomorrow, and maybe I should have him checked out. So I took him to the veterinarian. It was at the end of the day, and the vet did an ultrasound or a sonogram or something on him and came in, and she says, the hole in your heart will eventually heal, but I can't fix the hole in his heart. He had blown a hole in his heart that morning on our walk, and she said the best thing to do was to let him go. And I said, well, can we take him home so he could say goodbye to his sister Star? And she said, no, we're closing in just a little while. We have to do it now. So that's why I wrote this song. It's the song for Trey. It's called All the Tears in the World, and it's about losing someone that we love and the sorrow that we endure. You know this feeling. You felt it inside. You know, and I know, from the tears that you've cried, Someday everyone knows this. It's too hard to hide the pain that we feel when someone we love has died. We can bring back the memories, but we can't face the fact we may drown in our sorrow. All the tears in the world won't bring them back. Nothing else matters. Grieving comes first. For the more that we love, the more that it hurts. It hurts. can bring back the memories, but we can't face the fact we may drown in our sorrow. All the tears in the world, all the tears in the world. Somebody criticized me once for saying the word died, in the song, and that it's much more gentle to say passed or passed on. But the fact is that it's inevitable. We're going to die, and so that's why I kept that word in there. Going to do a couple of more songs. Seven Bridges Road talks about the stars in the southern sky, and we had a beautiful, beautiful harvest, full moon, super moon, just night before last. And I woke up at around maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, and I looked outside, and it looked like somebody had turned the lights on. It was so bright. It really was. It was just gorgeous. And I remember that when we're up in the mountains, and oftentimes when we have a full moon, just how gorgeous it is to stand out on that beautiful mountainside and look up and see that gorgeous moon and how it brightens up the whole mountainside. And so I thought I would sing my song about the dark mountain. Mountain, I'm not sure where I'm heading. There's no moon out tonight. The Milky Way spills out the stars. It's dark on this mountain, feels like falling into space. Don't know ahead for me to face. It's calm on this mountain. It's quiet and it's still, yet a gentle breeze blows by, swirling mysteries and mists into the sky. It's quiet on this mountain. Is there a message that is sent in the leaves below that rustle in a whispering wind? Time stands still, so do I. The restlessness in me longs to leave, yet I cannot seem to go. What holds me to this place I do not know. Me from leaving? Is it knowing or not knowing? How will I learn what's out there if I dare not take a leap? Like a creature of the wild, I am reconciled, but even they it's time to move along. Time stands still, so do I. The restlessness in me longs to leave, yet I goosebumps when I sing that. I really do. So I always try to include a traditional song in my set and a cover. So I did the cover, Seven Bridges Road, and I did a dog song, All the Tears in the World, although it could be applied to people or guinea pigs or rabbits, whatever. And now this is not really a traditional song, although it could be considered to be like a heritage song. It was written by Robert Burns, who was the Bard of Scotland back in the 1700s, and he was having an affair with a woman, Agnes. I can't remember her last name. But it was not a kind of, physical affair. It was done through letters. They were enamored with each other. They would write letters back and forth. Agnes was married to a very, very wealthy landowner who was living in Barbados at the time, because that's where his land was, on the Indies. And so this affair went on for a little while, and then Agnes decided, in their letters back and forth, they called each other Sylvander. That's what she called him, and he called her Clarissa. Is that right? Or Clorinda, something like that. And anyhow, she decided she wanted to reunite with her husband. So she left to go back to her husband, and Robert Burns was so heartbroken, he wrote this beautiful song called I Fond Kiss, which is a one fond kiss, one last kiss. And in the letter, or in the song, to further their secret identity, he calls her Nancy. So I'm going to end with this beautiful song, a parting song, so that we will be parting today. And thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful to you. I really am. Fond kiss, and then we sever. I fear we'll, alas, forever. Deep in heart wrung tears I pledge thee, more in sighs and groans I wage thee. Shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him. Mean a cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, nothing can resist my Nancy, for to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. We never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met or never parted, we'd ne'er been so broken hearted. fairest, fare thee well, my best and dearest. Thine be luck, joy and treasure, warring sighs and broad pleasure. Beautiful song. Oh, yes, it's beautiful sky night before last. Too many clouds last night, but lots of songs to reflect that and the love that we have for our friends and our pets and for our friends and loved ones and all of you who are here today. So thank you so much for being here. I'll probably be here next week. I'll keep you informed.